All right, we're live.
And it is going to be 2 a.m., almost 2 a.m. But even though I'm saying it myself, we look fresh as a daisy because Neeraj Chopra has kept us up and not forced us to be up. Actually, we've been up because of, whenever he's on display, we just tend to wait for that time and tune in to that event. And that's exactly what happened in the Diamond Meet that is happening in Lausanne at the moment in Switzerland. And once again, Neeraj Chopra is finished in the top three. In fact, he's finished second with a throw of 89.49 meters. That is slightly better compared to his 89.45 that he had thrown not too long ago in Paris. So he's bettered that. We'll talk about the details of what this particular result means for Neeraj, but just so that everyone knows the one thing that I did see, which is different in case you missed it. The one thing that was very different this time around, because a lot of people will say, 89, once again, 89. We've kind of gotten used to Neeraj throwing around 88, 89. That's been his range. But the one thing that really stands out, he's got the consistency to produce those 88 and 89, which is, again, a rare thing. And also a reminder, Anderson Peters, who won the bronze medal at the Paris Olympics, he's finished first. He actually went past the 90-meter mark. So Anderson Peters has gone past the 90-meter mark. And then you had Weber, who you also saw finish fourth at the Paris game once again in the 87 or 88 meter, I think, one of that. He threw to finish third in the Diamond League meet. But as I said, the one thing that was very different to the Neeraj Chopra this time, to the Neeraj Chopra that we've gotten accustomed to seeing, not the throw that he, recorded in the end, but usually it's his first or the second throw that really brings the best out of him. He's always pretty quickly off the block. Today, it was a sea change from what Neeraj Chopra we usually see, because he was 82, 83, well below par, 82, 83 his first three. He reserved his best for last. So it's his actually sixth throw, which has produced that 89.49, which has taken him to the second spot.
We got that indication in his fifth throw, right? Because the first four throws were all 82, 84-meter range. The fifth throw took him to the third spot, I believe. He was still trailing behind Weber. Of course, by then it was Anderson Peters who was still in number one position. He only ended up bettering his own throw on the night. However, though, Nikhil, it just takes me back to 2022. It's a Neeraj Chopra. While over the last 18 months that we've seen him set the tone, really first, second throw, and then he waits and waits for everyone to catch up. However, today he reminded me of Neeraj Chopra in the past as well, because 2022 is, again, I think it was in the last attempt of the finals of the Diamond League that he pulled off his all-time best throw, the 89.94-meter throw that he had. I think it was also his sixth attempt back in 2022. So at times we've seen from Neeraj Chopra that he reserves his best towards the last. He said that on a few occasions as well. It had changed over the last few months. I would say the last 12-18 month period, Neeraj would set the tone. But today, again, it took me back to that time when Neeraj would reserve his best for the very
Yeah.
end. And that roar really gave me the goosebumps. It was that roar that we were all hoping for in Paris. We didn't see or get to hear that roar in Paris. You were there that night, Nikhil. However, today, was it not exhilarating? Was it not pulsating when we all heard that roar from Neeraj Chopra? The time that roar is there from Neeraj, he knows that he's probably done the job himself.
Yeah, you could see that, that kind of kick that he had towards the end. Just before I get to it, there's something that I really want to point out, because I saw that on social media. Everyone is saying Neeraj gets a silver medal. So let me make a few things clear. There are no medals here. He wasn't contesting for a medal. He's finished second. That's why there's no medal. The medal actually comes in the Diamond League final that is going to happen in Brussels this time around. So when that Diamond League final happens in Brussels, it's in September, if I'm not mistaken. So for
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
you need to
13
qualify.
September.
And the top, yeah, 13 September. So the top six will qualify for that final. And right now, Neeraj is in the fourth spot with 7 points. Fourth spot with 7 points. So he's well within that
Would
thing
it
to qualify
would it not have
for.
changed now, Nikhil? Would it not have changed now? I think
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
have.
So I'm going to tell you
Huh.
that. Yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
to tell you all that. Just 1 second. So he was, before this started, he was with 7 points on fourth spot. Now he would get, so you get 7 points more. So the winner gets 8 points. The second place person gets 7 points. The third gets six, the fourth five, and so on. So that is how the point system is. So he was on seven before this started and in fourth position. So now if he gets another 7 points, so he goes in with 14. I'll just have to check out exactly where he now falls in the list of, but clearly he is going to be
Yeah,
moving much
he
forward.
just needed to finish in the top six today to qualify for the finals, and he's done much better than that.
There is another meet coming up, though. There is another diamond meet coming up before the final in Brussels. So there could be others that can really pick more points. So that's another thing we'll have to. That's why I'm saying I'm not making the final list. There's another meet that's going to happen,
It's in
by
Zurich, yeah,
which
yeah. The Zurich
yeah,
meet
it's
is
in
on the
Zurich.
5th of
Yeah.
September. But yeah, Neeraj just needed a top six finish today. So no question marks as far as his qualification into the final is concerned. I think now though it'll be we'll have to wait and see whether he in fact takes part in the Zurich meet or not, because we know he's
No,
carrying
he
that
would
legal.
not. He would not have to, because I think what, as far as I know, and I could be wrong, but I'm just checking just some of the past results. So if Neeraj gets another seven, that's 14. So he moves up, I think, to the third spot, tied with Weber. Uh, because I'll just tell you the top guys that were they were. So Vadlej finished fourth today. Or no, yeah, Vadlich. No, Vadlich, I think fifth or something. So Vadlich will only get about four
See,
points or so, but he
Badlage
may
is
he may
finished seventh.
still, yeah. So but Vadlich will still get a point, which might take him to 15. So Vadlich still remains ahead of Neeraj Chopra right now. Anderson Peters now gets 8 points. So 13-8, he goes to 21. So Anderson Peters now goes up. Weber had eight, now finished third, so he gets 6 points. So 8 and 6, 14. So Weber and Neeraj Chopra are going to be tied for the third spot. So Vadlej and Anderson Peters already tied. Neeraj Chopra and Julian Weber are going to be tied for the third spot. But as I said, the top six are going to make through. So even if Neeraj misses the next meet in Zurich, he should still make the final of the Diamond League, which is going to be in Brussels. So that's just so that people understand the context of the competition that was happening. That's on the larger scale. Of course, he'll be gunning for that. But I think, I mean, with him throwing 89.49, which also, by the way, is his season's best. Also, another update. Exactly after this finishes, he's the next few weeks. He's not coming back to India, so he's scheduled to come back to India as of now. That I know, first week of October. So first week of October, last week of September, that's where
Yeah.
he's scheduled to come back to India. In the meantime, right after this, if he doesn't take part in the Zurich meet, I know what he's scheduled to do the next few days. He's going to be consulting a few doctors. This is something that we had reported on Sports Today from the games, from the Paris games, that he is in touch with about four doctors right now, four international doctors based in Germany, Dubai, and so on and so forth. And
Two of
he's
them,
right now just consulting. Yeah,
yeah,
just
two of them
consulting
with
in
very,
terms of his.
yeah, two of the doctors, in fact, are very prominent doctors. One of them working with Bayern Munich, the other with PSG. So yeah, the best of the
Yeah,
best.
yeah. So right now, what I know is that he's going to be showing his, it's actually a hernia injury which troubles his groin too. So that hernia injury is going to be showing these doctors and then taking an opinion as to whether he'll then go under the knife. But most likely, which is mentioned at Paris as well, he might be going through a surgery. So my point is, he's so close to the 90-meter mark. It's only a matter of time that he'll cross it. But it's funny, everyone else here or there, whether it's Weber, whether it's, Vadlich, whether Anderson Peters or, somehow or the other they go past 90 meters. It's just that Neeraj is, for some reason that thing has eluded him. But hopefully it'll
Yeah,
come, I
it's coming.
guess.
It's coming. And in fact, the one thing I was keeping a very close eye on when he went in with that fifth throw. Of course, the broadcaster wasn't kind to us clearly today, because they were swapping and chopping and changing with other events as well. But in that fifth attempt of his, which wasn't even the best on the night for him, the one thing I was noticing as a spectator was his run up, as to how quick is he on the track, how seamless is his run up, because he complained about his run up a bit because of the injury, and he looked good in that fifth attempt. Of course, went on to better it in the sixth attempt. In fact, I was also having a look at his best throws, which also do indicate that Neeraj is just there because his three of his top four throws all time happen to all come in the month of August. First, of course, happening
Wow.
in,
Wow.
yes, the first happening 89.34. If it was in the qualifications, that was Paris. Went on to better it 89.45 in the finals. Tonight, bettering it exactly 2 weeks after that. The only common thing being it was second place finish, then also today also second place finish, and now his second best attempt of all time, Neeraj Chopra's 89.49 meters. So he's getting there. You can see that. And when you're in that kind of a zone, and this is what Neeraj can do with a bit of a niggle, with when he's not 100%, 100% Neeraj Chopra, you have to back him. That 90-meter mark, maybe it's not there now, but surely it will be there with him, and he'll cross it sooner or later.
Yeah, just a correction. I mean, as I said, everyone has gone past 90, but Weber hasn't. So Weber, I was just saying, his is 89.54. Everyone else has. Anderson Peters has gone past 93. He's got 93. Of course, we know that Vadlich has gone past
Privilege.
90. And of course, Arshad has gone past 90.
Arshad's now done it
So yeah,
thrice, in fact. Again, these things you don't know,
yeah.
because prior to that, 90.18 was his best, Arshad Nadeem. Then look at it, just the one night in Paris, and he breaks his own record twice in a matter of six throws. So it's funny. And as Neeraj says, that, when you're in that rhythm, 2-3 meters here and there, he was backing himself in Paris as well, that he could better those 2-3 meters if things go right. So hopefully for him, very, very soon.
Yeah,
What's the one
I
thing that
guess
you
that's that.
found different though, Nikhil? Just 2 weeks back, you saw him at the Stade de France. Any
I
changes
don't know.
today?
No, not much. I don't know. The only thing that I find is that he's just trying too hard. I just feel he's trying too hard. He's really
Is
pushing
that something
himself.
you felt in those first four throws as well?
Yeah, I did. I did. In fact, to be fair, I mean, we often analyze it that, when you try too hard, you do not come up with the required goods. But I mean, funny you say that because the last throw also, it seemed like he was trying extra hard, but that one proved to be really nice for him. So with 89.49. So I mean, I guess he needs a bit of break as well. He's so used to winning. He's such an athlete that even second finish, and I'm not saying it, he himself says it, that he's not too pleased when it's a second finish. But I mean, whatever. He's a world class athlete. The thing I love about him is his consistency. Rain, shine, whatever we spoke about these other athletes going past 90, but a lot of time they're these 90 athletes. Some days will only be 82, 83. Somehow or the other, he'll always find his best in a competition, which is what makes him unique, I guess.
Is it the case of nervous 90s? Something that we've heard in cricket a lot happen with the
See, I
cricketers.
mean, I don't know. Earlier, Neeraj would keep saying that, don't talk about 90,
Yeah.
90, because, we journalists would keep asking him about it. And he would quite often say that, don't talk about 90 and it'll come, just let it be. But I now have a feeling that he himself is actually now concentrating on that 90-meter mark. and it's on his mind, and he won't rest till he crosses it. Whatever that means. I know crossing 90 does not guarantee you first, second, or third. I mean, on the day, whatever you throw matters. But I think it's on his mind too. He just wants to just get that off his back.
Also, maybe javelin's also changing. You see, his best effort in Tokyo would have gotten him to a sixth place finish in Paris. And now you see, just 2 weeks back, we saw the 90-meter mark being breached twice on the same night. 2 weeks later, we see it again being breached. So it's happening more often. Maybe Neeraj will also realize that, I don't want to be finishing second always. So I just have to be there and thereabouts as when it comes to breaching the 90-meter mark. Maybe I have to do it once a year, twice a year in all these crucial events. It has to happen. Maybe that feeling will sink in. There's only so much for so much long that you can avoid that feeling.
Yeah, but I mean that he's. I mean, once he crosses it, that's fine. That I think that it's that one time that he needs to cross it. After that, it's gone. And I guess right now, I don't think he's going to think about that. It's maybe the final of Diamond League. That's what he needs to think about, and maybe just getting himself sorted in terms of visiting a doctor. I think that's it.
Yeah. Shall we
Yeah,
quickly answer a couple of questions before we call it a night?
yeah.
Uh, all right. Sarat Chandra Yalamarti with the question. He says, Nick sir, is surgery a good thing for a javelin thrower, or will it help him after the surgery?
That's a very tough question to answer. Surgery has gone awry for a lot of people. May work for him. I think that's why they're being so careful. See, otherwise, when he finished that, I interviewed him right after he'd finished that throw in Paris. He was pretty open about how he's managing his body with that injury because he's mindful of that. So he's not being able to give his 100%, his 40% concentration is to on that injury so it doesn't pain and it doesn't. So clearly there is an issue, but the reason he's thinking about it so much is exactly that you don't want anything to go wrong from where you are. And I think that's why he's not going to rush into it. That's why I think the first step is in meeting those doctors, trying to understand what needs to be done. By the way, also to tell you, it's not a very serious injury. I did speak to people, within his team, and it's not a very serious surgery that is required. It's not a very, like a knee surgery, ACL sort of a thing. It's none of it like that. It's a very minor surgery just to fix a little thing. So I don't think they need to think too hard into it, but of course they'll do their due diligence before they take a call as to which doctor, when is the right time, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Okay. Let's also take Rahul's question. He says, guys, 90-meter mark will happen for Neeraj. He's still not at his best. That's groin. That groin issue is, he's not completely recovered from that, but still he's throwing very
Yeah,
well. Neeraj will cross the 90-meter mark soon. And yeah, that's exactly what we were saying as well.
yeah. Nothing more to add. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Yes, a couple of people pointing out that the next meet is in Zurich. That's right, guys. 5th of September is the next meet, followed by the final in Brussels, which will take place on the 13th of September. I think that's all, Nikhil. We can call it a night.
All right then. Good.
Yeah.
You guys giving us company. Yeah, we'll keep tracking him. And as always, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Sports Rip. Check out plenty more videos that we've done through the day, including Ronaldo breaking his record and Virat Kohli being advised not to join Bollywood. And of course, our special tonight where we picked the 10 best ODI innings of all time. Check that out. Take care. Good night. Bye bye. Subscribe.
Nandri. Good night.